the
joined by Grant Hill and Tim Legler. This is Brian Anderson, and we'll have Ale LaForce reporting for us.
Gee.
It'll be the Pelicans off the tip. Here's Maxey. Noel with the rebound. And it's Morant with the ball for the Utah Jazz.
What that shit, Samo?
Here's
Who
Walsh.
doing Maxey?
Uses
Oh
the
shit,
glass
I'm
to
playing
finish
that
the
nigga right
layup.
now. That's crazy.
Well,
What's
two of the
going on
best guards in the league going at it today, Grant. Is there a bit of bragging rights
Okay.
on the line?
You know,
Okay.
maybe not for the players themselves, BA, but the fans will absolutely use this game as evidence when they argue why their guy is the best.
And it's Utah with the ball. After the Pelicans picking up a basket a moment ago. To the wing, right side. Outside for Morant. Just 4 to shoot. It's rebounded by Zubac. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Oh, there's the alley. And it's stolen by Noel. From deep, Morant. And Toppin pulls it down. Now here's Maxey. Fires from deep. And that won't fall for him. He's 0 for 2. Outside Morant to the paint. The 3-ball hits a 3-pointer.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And Tim, after a change of leadership in the front office, the Pelicans looking to set a new standard.
Yeah, and the credibility and clout of this experienced front office, hopefully spurring buy-in and alignment from top to bottom.
It's tipped. For three, Maxey. It's rebounded by Walsh. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Morant drawing the double team. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul. And here's Morant. An important scorer for this team, averaging around 25.5 a game. Nice move. Just 5 to shoot.
Morant with the slam! Oh, putting on a show for the fans. Morant's skills making it look like a circus in here. Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Okay, I see ya. That's your point guard getting up.
Now here's Morant. Pass to Noel. It's rebounded by Zubats. The Pelicans trail. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
James Brago gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. The topic at hand, Ja Morant. His ability to completely dominate at times because he's so athletic and aggressive. Coach said we can't let him live in the lane. We have to keep bodies in front of him and make him work for everything he gets. Brian, back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie.
That is a textbook pick and roll orchestrated by Maxey right there, and it's capped off with a perfect delivery.
Now here's Noel. No points yet. Right side Morant. Three-pointer. Sinks it from distance.
Among the best passers in the league.
Yeah.
Morant finds open teammates.
So timeout called here. The first for New Orleans. And New Orleans making a change here. And so McConnell will bring it up for New Orleans. Trailing by 4. Shoots from the elbow. Utah grabs the miss.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
Oh, the vertical of Morant
Detroit,
is simply incredible. I mean, he's fantastic at using it to his advantage on the inside.
And the dunk by Jones.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think
I ain't gonna lie though, I'm
gonna
starting to love Salt Lake, man.
It might not always show up on the stat sheet, but Lou Dort is one of the most feared defenders around.
We're not figuring it out.
Well,
We
he's
gotta get
built
these
like a
niggas
middle
right,
linebacker, and he
We like
brings
a
a
year
high
three
level of
team.
physicality. BA, there's a reason he's earned the
on
nickname
now.
the
I can't do
Torture
that.
Chamber.
And here's Toppin from the arc. Gets the 3 to fall. Toppin's gotten his 3rd basket of the night. Morant into the lane. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Just an electrifying style of the court for Ja Morant. And Grant, he's not shy when it comes to confrontation.
Oh, yeah. No, he's not ducking any smoke. But part of his maturation is choosing his battles, including trying to preserve his body from those fearless forays to the rim.
Here's McConnell. Can't cash it in from the high post. Jazz leading by 3. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Utah with another miss. Pass to Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
You know, I just love the intensity from Mobley, taking the hit and getting his shot to fall.
New Orleans shooting their first free throw of the night here. And that one misses. On offense, here's Utah.
Damn.
Boy, can't get it to go. Here's Jones. And the dunk by Jones.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year.
You gotta get with Rocky,
Out of
Samo.
bounds, it'll go to the Pelicans.
Oh, word?
A nice first quarter play. We've seen plenty of offense so far.
That's why you will be
It's
great,
New
Loco.
Orleans. They're up by 1. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a
afraid
moment.
to learn, nigga. You afraid to learn, nigga.
Good action
You're scared
already
to
in
get
this
better.
one.
You're
But a
scared to
fairly
take
even
that next
matchup
step.
after this first
You're
quarter of
complacent.
play.
You like where you
All right,
at.
guys, what do you think so far about the
Mid-tier.
offensive approach for the Pelicans?
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball
No
movement,
way he
making
just moved
quick,
that.
decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
And it's Moran off the drive.
And the bounce that Morant possesses is unlike anyone else at his position.
For 3, Maxey. Utah grabs the miss. He goes up, rips down the breakaway slam.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
And they are showing you why it's so important to get up the floor before the defense can set themselves.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian. John Morant able to fly with the best, but he said, sometimes I get knocked out of the air and hit the floor. After the game, you may feel that, so I just pick and choose, man. Hey, 2 points is 2 points. I get it done. That's all that matters. Back to you, Brian.
He can still get up. Allie LaForce with the report. Thanks, Allie. Here's Morant. Jones with the block. For 3, Maxey. And they're on the break. Here's Walsh. 9 points in the game. Pass to Roy. Fires for 3. He can't get
That's
it to
a
go.
foul, right?
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. For the Jazz. The Pelicans trail. Here's Maxey. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's on Cason Wallace.
And one of the things I love about Maxey, he has relentless energy. It doesn't matter what defense is thrown at him, he is constantly hunting his offense.
Both free throws good from Maxey. How about the motor of Tyrese Maxey, Tim? He just does not quit ever.
He's one of those guys who tracks the most miles run during games. Maxey probably wears out his shoes faster than anyone. Sharp turns, hard cuts. He's always on the move.
Pass to Duncan. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there.
Yes, sir.
Here's Shepard. And here's Wallace. Maxey covering. Wallace outside. Puts up a 3. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Here's Duncan. Buried from 15 feet out.
Looking for a little extra style points right there with the fadeaway.
Wallace outside. Pass to Robinson. Down low. Carter. Back to Robinson. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. Take it away. And here they come. Jumps up. And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up.
And that's a solid play. Make him earn his points at the free throw line.
It's his first trip to the line. And he can't get the first one. And we're seeing teams now that have found success with twin towers inside. What's behind that, Tim?
Well, there's a big difference between positionless basketball and small ball. Key is If you can be big and skilled, that's a pretty tough combination to match up with.
No matter how the game changes, rebounding is always going to be a factor.
It's always key.
On the wing, Wallace. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising, in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
When every possession matters, your defense has to be better.
Pass to Robinson. Wallace outside. 5 on the clock. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
The drive by Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
And that's 6'11" Mobley taking it to the hoop. Some long limbs coming at you.
And the Defensive Player of the Year for 2025, Evan Mobley. What makes him so formidable, Greg?
Well, you know, he has a similar physical frame to Hall of Famer Kevin Garnett. Long-armed and athletic at 6'11". And the intangibles are all there as far as timing and IQ.
Here's Wallace. Huff pulls it in. Pelicans trail by 4. Here's Mobley. Got a hand on it. There's 38 seconds left in the half. Wallace outside. Picked by Carter. The 3. That shot off the mark. And here's New Orleans now. It's off to Boston after this one, where they will face the Celtics. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them. Wallace up top. 7 points in the game. Driving inside. Outside Robinson. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Utah ahead. They lead by 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Utah leading. Here's Wallace. Drains the triple. Wallace has got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, defensively, you just have to be better than that. You know he's a very good three-point shooter.
Pass to Huff. McConnell left side. Gets some space and parries the jumper.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now Wallace. Screen by Robinson. Launches it. Puff pulls it in. Pelicans trail by 3. It's Dort. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
You're making the slam look second nature. Once Dort sees the launching pad, he's ready to take off.
Here's Shepard. No made baskets yet. With the crossover. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And you love to see the aggressiveness, using the height advantage to hammer it home.
Here's Mobley. Yes. And it's McConnell with the assist that time. He's got 6.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assist.
Pass to Strother. Right wing. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Spins. Now Wallace. 6 on the shot clock. Misses the 3.
Great job on the closeout and taking away space against a good shooter.
Zubac screen. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Yeah, smart play there by Maxey. Opening things up for someone with the pick and roll.
Zubats comes with a double team. Robinson with it. He's picked up by Zubats. Pass to Strother. Oh, Brooks with the steal. To the right side. And here's Toppin from the arc. Offensive board. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Tries again. Good work defensively by Robinson. Utah trailing here. Wallace outside. Inside. Right side, Robinson. Pass to Strother. Just 2 to shoot. And it's flushed down. A nice jam. 6 lead changes in a game that has a lot of character.
Yeah, both sides stepping up and making big plays.
And it's Wendell Carter with the foul. That's his first foul. A different look here for Utah. Here's Dort. And Moran over to help. Now here's Toppin. And Nerlens Noel picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. A nice shot by Toppin.
Embracing the role of a facilitator. That's really good stuff there by Maxey.
Shakes him. Oh, Morant gets it done inside.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Time called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. So it's the Pelicans now. They set the screen. And the Pelicans miss again. And it's Morant with the ball for Utah. Here's Walsh. And a miss there on the triple. We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter. Here's Toppin. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And Legs is someone who has seen some of the great perimeter defenders over the years. Who's the best you've ever seen?
Well, the best defense, Brian, I ever played against were those mid-90s Bulls teams when you had to go up against Jordan and Pippen on either wing. And then more modern-day players like Drew Holiday, even a guy like Tony Allen when he was in Memphis, they stand out to me as well.
First team all-defense, Tony Allen.
Year in, year out, a nightmare to go up against.
Here's Jones. Roy pulls it in. A minute 15 left to play in the third. Left side, Morant. Yes, sir! Ja can throw it down.
And tearing them to shreds tonight. You know, when a player as versatile as Morant starts going off, look out.
Shoots it from the high post. And again, New Orleans no good. And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Adjustments are everything in this league, and you need to maximize your time to make those adjustments.
For the Jazz. And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players.
Utah timeout.
Utah leading.
I already know who said that. Nope.
Poole brings a double team. Out to the wing. Here's Strother. Driving in. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, BA.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. And again, no good by New Orleans.
With Tim Duncan.
One reason this game is so
G.
tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Shot a trade with Timmy.
Back to Robinson.
Hey, come on now, stop playing with me.
He's had just one attempt at the line earlier. First free throw is good.
Niggas just want my attention so bad.
Toppin hits them both.
It's understandable. I know it comes with this shit, you know?
Ja slithers his way in. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Jamula!
Morant's got 8 here in this quarter.
And
Drop
he
it.
was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing
Damn, I
great
gotta be to
basketball.
work in 2 hours.
Ja Morant.
I wish I was, G.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4.
I'm up playing BBA.
Here's
I got the
Maxey.
next 3 days off, though, so it's all G.
Driving to the basket.
Just tired as fuck.
And he was
today.
fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to go on
This is
Nerlens
my
Noel.
shit.
Oh, yeah, you're looking at one of the fastest
Imagine getting
players
rid of
in the
me and
league.
my
If Maxey
shit.
has any daylight, he is going to be able to draw contact. And one of the responsibilities with being
This
a
is my
great
shit, G.
player is
Like,
making
imagine.
free throws.
And then Morant with the
Ja Morant,
jam.
nigga. BB fucking A,
Oh, save
nigga.
that for the
BB
dunk
fucking A,
contest.
nigga.
That
It's
clutch
BB AOE
was
now.
so extra.
It's BB
Whether or
AOE
not this
now.
game is close, he's the same guy, focused on
Fucking
finishing
Ja Morant,
firm at the
nigga.
rim.
Man, he had the speed on the runway, and he took
get off.
for that dunk.
Get off. Don't double job. Don't double
Here's
job.
Noel.
He's got Hooters
Banked it
with
in
him.
off the glass.
He's got Hooters with him.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Close enough. Shit.
Here's Mobley. The
3
Pelicans on all
seconds.
time
Oh, you
out.
better call that time. Start it. You did?
A moment to hear from Ali LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what James Borrego was saying to his team. He dug into his team for being too complacent on offense, saying, you're just chucking up the first 3 you see out there. Be more patient on offense, move the ball around, make the defense work. Guys, let's see if ball movement improves out there.
Thank you for that, Ali. Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Get up there, young fella. Sometimes as a point guard, you got to take it yourself.
Well, it's okay to be selfish when you can flush it like that.
Well, that's an explosive move right there, and it was perfectly timed.
In transition, here come the Jazz.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
And it results in the highest percentage look you're going to get.
And here's Maxey outside. Utah grabs the miss.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
A rebound by Maxey. Pelicans trail by 6. Pass to Brooks. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
And he's much more comfortable shooting off a pass. Brooks with a nice shot.
Out to the right wing. Here's Noel. And Noel hammers it down.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standards, but his leaping ability more
I'm
than makes
packing your
up for his
mans
lack
up,
of height.
pussy.
The Pelicans call timeout.
Oh, you see, you lying to you. Perfect. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm going to make sure that back door stay open. Don't worry. I'm going to make sure the back door stay open.
Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5. Pass to Brooks.
Ooh, the lag was real.
From downtown, Pure from three-point range.
And you gotta at least honor Brooks' three-point shot if you're the defense. I mean, he is more than capable of connecting it.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Morant looking around. Fantastic finish inside by Morant.
Oh my God.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Outside Maxey. The three is in.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
Left side Morant. Noel down low. Shot clock at 5. And there's a 3-second violation.
Well, I think that was a product of the pressure. Take your eye off the ball for just a second, and it can lead to a turnover.
Maxey attacking. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to go on Nerlens Noel.
And what a slash by Maxey. I mean, so good at forcing the defense's hand.
And it's tied up with that one. And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for Utah. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Yes, sir! Count it!
Can you say prime-time player Morant? He enjoys delivering for his team in these parts of the game.
Let's go.
And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Morant with it. .156 left in the fourth quarter. Getting crafty. Buries it from outside.
Yeah.
Classic play by Morant, drawing the attention before kicking the ball back out.
Maxey attacking. Mobley. And no good as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And he's able to hit the second one. And that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
Outside Morant. Oh, no good on the layup. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A., keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged. And what can't this guy do? Mobley with a massive bucket.
Morant with it. Now guarded by Mobley. And the foul called on Evan Mobley. That's his first foul of the game. And stolen by Mobley.
Yeah, he didn't read the defense very well there. He telegraphed that pass.
In a game this tight and this late, that level of defense is money.
And how about the finish there? The rise up for the slam. That might put this game out of reach.
Well, if you want to seal the deal, that's the way to do it.
Brooks. Oh, the go-ahead bucket, no good. Morant. Oh, he can't get the layup. They can't afford to waste this shot.
Moments like this are what it's all about.
Gordon. It's good from beyond the arc.
Wow, that takes steady nerves right there.
Completely unfazed by what's at stake. That's just clutch.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. The putback.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
I think the key here is to be careful about playing it too safely. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Morant. It's good.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there. As this game tightens up, it's even more important to take care of the basketball.
And looking to even the score with a huge three.
And let's see what they draw